The Crew Motorfest is so much better on a wheel. It's like there are two versions of the same game. I'm going to show you why in this video. The first thing I want to say, it's very clear that they've designed this game from the ground up to be really good in the steering wheel, because they've actually modeled 900 degrees of animation onto the steering wheel in the game. So your driver, your avatar, they will actually cross their arms when they get to 900 degrees. So it's a one-to-one representation, you can see, of what I'm doing in real life, and that is super immersive. It really gets you into the game. It makes you feel like you're driving the car for real. Forza Horizon, for example, just can't do that. Forza Motorsport as well. So you know they're taking it seriously. And by the way, I'm driving at the moment on a GT Omega Prime light rig. It's an absolutely incredible sim racing rig. If you're looking for a state-of-the-art sim racing rig, go check out gtomega.com. This is the Prime Light. You can actually use my code Kireth5 at checkout and get yourself 5% off gtomega.com. Thank you so much, GTomega, for sponsoring this video. But the second thing I want to tell you is that the Crew Motorfest really punishes when you're very jerky, when you're very harsh on your steering inputs. Because if you have a lot of sharp movements, you end up going into drift moments. You end up having to counter a lot. So you'll know if you're going around hairpins on a controller, you'll inevitably go into a drift and you inevitably have to counter out of it. The very different thing about the steering wheel, you'll see when we get to the corners in this race, is that I basically never need to drift. And I never really need to go into a strong counter steer. You're never going to see smoke coming from the tyres, because you can be so much smoother, and you just cannot do that on a joystick. Oops, hit that wall there. I'm going to show you here because we're going to start to go into the corners, right? So have a look as I brake and I accelerate out of the corner, how we're just able to do lines you can't do on a pad. Right, have a look here on the brake. On the power, absolutely no counter steering. Again, it's going to be a tighter left-hander here. A couple of tight left-handers coming up. Hugging the inside on the power super early. No counter steer, no drifting. No real counter steer, no drifting. I am sort of having to get my line right, but it's not counter steering out of a drift, which is where you lose all of the time. I genuinely think the steering wheel is a bit OP here. Now we're going to catch up, use a bit of our boost. I think there's some more corners coming up, and you're going to see that I should be catching in the corners. By the way, I cannot complete this race on the controller. I've tried 4 times, and I cannot do it. And now I'm doing it on a wheel, and I'm hoping that the techniques I'm talking about here are going to mean I'm going to win this race. I'm on the expert difficulty setting, by the way, with no assists. And I can't do it on the pad. I just lose too much time through the corners getting into the drift. Oh, I didn't want to hit that. I didn't want to hit that at all. Right, on the boost. Let's see. 75%. Do you think we're going to win this race? The race that I can't win on the pad? We'll see. I love corners now. Now I'm racing on a wheel. Accelerate out. Another right-hander coming. We'll just actually lift off it. Yes, that'll do. There's a car around us. I can feel it. I can hear it. On the power. He's launching projectiles at us now. But we should be good through the twisty stuff. On the brake. Stay to the right hand side. Power out. On the power. Down the straight. Remember, I could not win this race in 4 goes trying on a pad. Oh, and that corner there as well. When you're coming off the jump on the controller, if you've got any angle, it just automatically goes into that drift. It's like it wants to make you drift. Whereas on a controller, for the first time, I've been able to do this race. So if you've got a wheel, definitely try it. By the way, Moza doesn't work for me on PC. Fanatec does, just so you know, in case you're trying it out. But I hope you enjoyed that. Definitely go try out the Crew Motorfest on a wheel, and I'll see you next time.